Hey everybody, it's Moonbo here and welcome back to more Endless Scrap Mechanic. In today's episode of Scrap Mechanic Creations, we are hanging out outside here doing a little bit of camping. As you can see, I'm just chilling inside my little tent here and it looks pretty comfy, but you know what guys, I am pretty sick of roughing it in these tents. It is time to upgrade. So in today's episode, we are going to be checking out a really cool Piston RV, as well as a pop-up camper with a truck that can tow it around. These builds were made during some live streams, so if you do want to see the build process of these builds, I will be putting some links in the description so you guys can check out the live stream and see that and check it all out. So let's get right on with some modern camping. Alright, so let's start with the Piston RV. This thing was so much fun to make. I have finally gotten it all finished and I am extremely happy with the end result. As you can see, I have added quite a few things, so let's start with the back here. I have a couple bicycles that are on the racks here that kind of just tilt in together like that. Now it does look kind of funny if you look at it from this side. You can see it's just some wheels on the side, but at the end of the day, it looks really cool. I also added the top of the ladder here, a seat that you can hop up onto, so it's like you can kind of pretend like you just climbed up the ladder there, and you can hop up onto the roof here, so you can see we got some AC units there to cool the entire RV, and we can kind of just pretend to go back down the ladder. There we go, slick. Alright, so this Piston RV does have some issues. As you can see, the wheels will sometimes bug out, and you can't even actually drive it. I am so disappointed. I have no idea why, but we can't properly drive it, and I'll show you that in a moment. So it's time to get inside. So this is a really cool door here. We can press that right there, and you can see it actually has a little bottom part there. And we can walk up like so into the Piston RV. So obviously right now there's not much room here. I can actually walk into this little kitchen area, but what you gotta do is just press this button right here and whoop, there we go. Look at that. Everything opens up and we now have a really awesome Piston RV. So there's quite a bit going on in here as far as the mechanisms with the pistons. We'll be looking at that in a little further detail in a moment. But first, let's just kind of absorb all of this here. So as you can see to my right, I have some stairs here that actually use pistons that you can get up here, and there are a couple beds here with some bed top lights, and you can actually hop inside like this. There we go. You can see me right through the window there. I'm just chilling out in this bed right here, so obviously that's what this Piston RV is all about. You're not roughing it in the woods anymore, so you can easily actually just kind of push your way out like that. So I made sure that the height above those beds there was appropriate so you can kind of slide out. So you can see in this little area here, it's the driver's seat as well as the passenger seat, so you can just hop into the little modded seat block right there to drive it around. But we'll be hopping in that seat in a moment. Alright, so the kitchen is actually pretty simple as far as the functionality goes. You see we got a stove here and a hood vent as well, and our refrigerator. We can turn the light on inside of the kitchen as well. So I'm really happy with the overall internal design of the RV. I think it looks nice and modern. Over here you can see we have some chairs with a flat little spot there. Now if we actually press the black switch here, you can see it actually pops a little table up. So obviously guys, you're going to be making your breakfast in here. You're going to bring it to the table. You're going to chill out in this seat right here and enjoy your breakfast in the Piston RV. So obviously I do have an overhead light right there as well. So this is actually really cool. I decided to add like a little false TV right here, so you can actually either sit on this side right here and imagine you're chilling out watching TV there, or you can even get up here and turn the light on there, and here we go. Now we can chill and actually watch TV from the bed. So I was really happy with that. I ended up putting some side windows on it as well, so that's like a nice cozy little nook right there. Alright, and then the last room at the end here, of course, guys, that is your bathroom. You can see we can actually just kind of jump inside. We have a shower right there and the toilet. We can even turn a light on in here as well. So pretty cool stuff. We can easily shut that door there. So that's pretty much everything, except for one thing, actually. I I almost forgot about this. This is the escape hatch, so I can't really get up there right now, but if this thing were to roll over, which you can actually roll it over pretty easily, you can use that as an emergency exit. So that's pretty much everything on the inside here. It is much easier to see what is going on when you're sitting in the driver's seat, so we're going to do that right now. You can see this is a really nice view of the exterior with the two boxes that are hanging out the side. They're actually quite large. I kind of went overboard with it, but overall, super happy. Alright, so let's press the 1 key here, and that is actually going to bring the whole boxes in like so. So now you can see they are nice and flush. I'm going to quickly give you guys an example of the wheels freaking out right now. There you go, look at that. Okay, and there is the rollover. Oh man, I had a feeling that was going to happen. So it's pretty broken right now. I am not too sure why. It's extremely upsetting, and I hope that something can be done about this in the game. Okay, so instead of driving this thing, I am going to finish showing you guys all of its features here. So when you press the 1 key, you can actually see underneath it there are some stabilizers that come out. So if we just kind of change our angle right here, you can actually see it a little bit better. So when I press the 1 key again, you will see those little stabilizers go up, and the whole thing kind of wobbles, and then it levels itself back out again. On the inside now, we can actually see what it's like when the kitchen extends. So I press the 1 key, the whole kitchen slides out, and what's actually happening is, as you can see underneath it, there is a piston that pushes the whole thing out, and it's nice and flush underneath it. There is no space wasted. So you can even see that the stairs did pop up, so if I press the 1 key again, you'll see the stairs go down, and then the entire thing goes right over those stairs. Now, that actually took a little bit of trial and error to get the timing down, so when you press it, that extends out like that, and then after a few moments, those stairs will actually go up. So it's really nice. And then, of course, guys, in the back here, you can see that is the bed. We can even kind of get an interior view from the window. I press it again, and after a couple moments, you can see that that just kind of extends out like that, and you can even see the stairs over there. Alright, so that was the Piston RV. Now let's move on to the pop-up camper and pickup truck. Alright, so let's start off with the truck here and then move on to the pop-up camper. As you can see, this truck is relatively smaller than a lot of the other vehicles that I do make, so I'm really happy about that, and I find the wheel wells take the shape of those wheels extremely nicely. So this was a lot of fun to make. It is actually pretty packed with a couple features here, so you can actually see we can press the 1 key, and that back here is the tow hitch, so you can drop it down like that and then drive underneath the trailer and then bring it up like so. We can press the 2 key and we have ourselves some left turning blinkers there, and we have the 3 key which will turn the right blinker on, and of course if you press them at the same time you will have some 4-way hazards, which was actually a lot of fun to put into this thing. So we can easily drive right over here. Let's try and... Whoa, okay, this thing is extremely fast, actually. Let's be careful here. Alright, let's back it up to this trailer. We're gonna have to find a spot to go camping here, so let's just kind of grab onto that. There we go. Super easy. And we now have hold of this pop-up camper, so I don't know where we're going right now. Let's just try and find a nice scenic area here. You can see the pop-up camper is handling extremely nicely. The trailer hitch is kind of silly in design. You know, it has a big square hoop there, but it actually works extremely well, and the turning radius is really good, and the way the trailer actually follows behind the truck works out really well as well. So you can see we can even back it up like so, and I find it has some pretty realistic trailer backing up motion, so you can see we can kind of steer the trailer like that, go forward again, and then steer it the other way. So it's pretty easy to do, and I find that a small detail like that, the handling of a trailer on the truck, actually goes a long way. So the truck's pretty cool, but now let's check out the pop-up camper. Alright, so last but not least, we have the pop-up camper. This thing is really cool, super compact, and it has quite a bit on the inside. So we're going to start off with the front here. You can see we have a piston right there that is propping it up. So of course we do have the trailer hitch like I showed you before, and we can lower it down onto that hitch there and prop it back up again so we can drive out from underneath it. We have some storage here for some extra stuff, you know, some propane to cook with, I guess a briefcase, because who doesn't need a briefcase when they're traveling in a pop-up camper? We have a switch back here, and we can press this, and that is actually what's going to make the whole thing pop. So let's do it right now. There we go. The whole thing extends out right there, and we have some little awnings here with some little pillars that prop itself up. And we can press this switch right here, and we can hop right inside. Alright, so as you can see, super compact, guys. There is quite a bit inside of it, though. You can see we have a little grill. We have a little bit of storage there, and some even a sink, and a little mini fridge, too. I mean, this thing's got quite a bit. So let's actually see what this does here. We got the lights that turn on up on the top there. We can actually press that right there, and you can see that there's actually a little side table that will prop itself up, and it'll go back down nice and flush, and you can kind of get a nice view of the exterior here from the window. There is even a bed that we can hop inside, I believe. So you can hop into the bed, you can turn a light on to shine yourself up, and you can even turn this little TV right down. So obviously, guys, you need some TV in this pop-up camper, so you can chill right in there and watch your television while you're camping. I'm telling you, it's not even camping anymore, guys. These things are absolutely fantastic. We can very easily shut that door, and I find it very interesting, though, that when you press this here, you can see that whole thing pushes itself in. So it was kind of a weird design that I had to go with, because obviously when you open the door, part of the door is actually hidden away. So you can see one more time, we'll press it like that, and then the whole door lines up perfectly. So kind of an interesting thing that I had to do, but overall, this thing turned out absolutely fantastic. So there you have it, guys. That was the Piston RV as well as pickup truck and pop-up camper. I hope you guys enjoyed these creations. So if you did, then certainly let me know down in the comments, and as well, maybe even leave a like so you will let me know that you are ready for more Endless Scrap Mechanic. And of course, if you haven't already signed up for Endless Scrap Mechanic, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and maybe even turn on some notifications so you can get the latest and the craziest coming from me in Scrap Mechanic. So of course, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to Endless Scrap Mechanic, and I will be seeing you the next one, so bye for now.